Jetzt wieder. Was? Fuck you. Ja, ja. Spasti. Alle Ration verschwendet. Shit.
Did that do it? Damn!
Nice try, Snake! Die!
Hurry! Get away! Grey Fox. A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat. So it is you. You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Fox, why? What do you want from me? I'm a prisoner of death. Only you can free me. Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you. Naomi? You're the only one who can stop her. No, I can't. Why? Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother. Fox. From the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister. But every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving. Fox!
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Fox!
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
A cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. You destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the code name Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Now, in front of you, I can finally die. After Zanzibar,
Can't do it!
I was taken from the battle. Neither truly alive, nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon, soon, it will finally end.
Man kann nicht schießen. Nee, Kampf.
Die! Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
foolish man. He prayed for death, and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone, not even yourself. Die!
Was? Wie soll ich den Scheiß schaffen? Was? Was soll denn der Scheiß jetzt? Oh, ich glaube, ich weiß noch, dass dieser Kampf echt so beschissen war.
Snake! Snake!
Ernsthaft? Oh nein. Wie soll ich diesen scheiß Raketen ausweichen? Man kann sich ja nicht mal heilen. Gott, der Kampf sagt mir doch, wie man die scheiß Raketen ausweichen.
Snake, Rex's arm.
Fuck you.
First,
Wenn die Raketen ausweichen.
I saw it in President Baker's top secret files. Rex has a free electron laser mounted on its belly. It's a laser weapon that discharges a laser beam into an electron beam that's been accelerated using giant magnets. It can generate an incredible amount of energy, pretty close to 100 megawatts. That's 10 times greater than any other laser out there.
Sag mir was.
If Rex
Wichtiges.
steps on you, it'll be all over. Rex is equipped with anti-tank missiles on both of his knees. They're a laser semi-active homing type that doesn't use wires. The shooter uses a laser illuminator to bounce a laser beam off the target. After that, the missile uses the light reflected off the target to home in on it. Fortunately, the missiles are tipped with heat rounds and not anti-personnel warheads. But if they hit you directly, you'll be sorry. Be careful.
Sag mir, wie man den Scheiß
Railgun
ausweicht.
uses Rex is the first actual prototype.
Gut. So. Oh! Leck mich. Ach, die Reichweite von diesen scheiß Raketen ist irgendwie auch nah und endlich installiert. Siehst du das denn? Und kann nämlich ausweichen. Oh lol. Interessiert. Was? Dieser Bossfight ist der größte Scheiß. Shit.
Snake!
Wie?
Snake!
Ja, wenn man irgendwie ganz schwer ausweichen kann, okay. Aber wenn es nicht mal eine Chance gibt. Was soll der Bullshit? Ich will mal mit. Okay. So, das ist nichts. Da. Richtig. Was? Oh, mach so! Zieh mir gleich die echtes Leben ab. Ich mache, was ich will und es bringt nichts. Das ist echt witzig. Ah, wer ihn das geschrottet? Fuck. Ja, ich glaube, wir wieder unter dem Ring ist wieder nichts. Was soll denn jetzt? Was? Danke! Danke, dass du mein Leben abziehst.
In front of you. I can finally die. After that, I was taken from the battle. Neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light.
So. Was? Ich werde hier noch verrückt. Ich werde hier noch verrückt, echt. So, scheinbar funktioniert das jetzt einigermaßen. Ich habe irgendwie recht. Das funktioniert ja schon wieder ordentlich. Oh! Ich überlebt das schon. Ich weiß, dass das Maschinengewehr verlegt hat. Oh, das... Ja!
Crush you into dust.
Sleeping late as usual. A snake. Liquid. You're still alive.
I won't die as long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things, are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then, we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy of battle.
You're wrong.
There's a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method.
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed. To create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different. They're digital. With the completion of the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted into the members of the next generation Special Forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the alignment of nucleotides to mimic our father's genes. They too are the product of numerous sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments! 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
So the Genome Soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We are on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The Genome Soldiers suffer from the same problem. Signs of symmetry. So do I. As do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. It's called the selfish gene theory.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the Genome Soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me.
That's what I want.
And then I'm going to go beyond. In order to break the curse of my heritage.
Muss nicht sein.
And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you.
Meryl! Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name.
I have a name.
No! We have no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours. You and I are just copies of our father, Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we've finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed, they've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a PDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may only be a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But, Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Meryl was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you, after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. What? What are you doing? What?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he's a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
President ordered this?
President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart. You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So, you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. Only your death can satisfy me. Only your death can return to me what is rightly mine. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? It will be the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear module is set to detonate at the precise moment of her death. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. If you cross this line, at this height, it will kill even you.
Das Maul. Eigentlich kann ich jetzt schon neu starten. Ich habe so wenig Zeit.
Have at you, Snake.
Was ich noch sagen wollte. Ich habe gerade meine Uhr ausgezogen, mein T-Shirt, um mich auf diesen Kampf bereit zu machen. Was geht's? Warte mal. Stell mal Controller um, sodass ich das D-Pad habe. Für mehr Kontrolle. Irgendwie ist es scheiße, naja, egal. Nee, das ist richtig scheiße. Lass mal lieber. Oh, wie scheiße das gemacht ist, dieses Menü, dass ihr nicht mal sehen könnt, so schlecht ist es. So. Weiß nicht mehr genau, wie das ging. Irgendeinen Haken gab es, ich weiß es noch ganz genau. Ja, das war. Schau dir mal an! Hab mich zweimal getreten, ich hab ihm so viele Kombos verpasst. 2 Drittel reichen, dann wird das schon was.
Nice shot!
Fall runter.
You're out of time!
Fuck you. Ich sag, ich hätte so richtig viel Leben. Fick dich nicht. Das Teil reicht nicht, glaube ich. Wow! Warum? Fuck you, die Quatsch. Fick dich. Komm her, Liquid! Komm mit mir, Bro. Mach nur das Wort des Leute. Fuck ab. 2 Kombos noch. Nein! Nein! Ich hätte halt durch ihn nicht geschafft. Okay, okay. Es läuft gut. Ich kann es schaffen.
Have at you, Snake.
Shut the fuck up. Seht ihr? Jetzt habe ich 3 Minuten. Gerade eben hatte ich nur 2,30. Das ist richtig unfair. Das finde ich ziemlich schlecht gemacht vom Spiel, muss ich schon sagen. Also den Timer irgendwie später aktivieren sollen. Nach dem kleinen Gelaber. Das wäre dann gut gewesen, dann wäre es auch logisch, warum dass ich jetzt mehr Zeit habe. Oder halt, dass es beim ersten Mal 3,30 sind. Und es dann halt genau bei den 3 Minuten an.
It's going to blow!
Shit.
Better hurry! It's going to blow!
Ich frage mich gerade, ob man die Stealth-Camouflage in den BOSSGIHT benutzen kann. Das wäre irgendwie cool. Aber ich weiß nicht, ob sie auch was bringen würde.
What's wrong,
Hey!
Snake?
Shut the fuck
Better
up.
hurry! It's going to blow!
Was macht denn dein cooler Aufsteher? Fick dich. Wow!
Hurry!
Das ist so unfair. Shit.
Hurry!
Hurry. Was ist das? Digga! Ah. Hey, schon. So.
Have at you, Snake!
Was hab ich denn? Lol. Ey, das sieht sogar ein ganz kleines bisschen Leben an. Also bei ihm auch. Wow. Leben. Komm, steh auf, Snake. Oh Gott.
What's wrong, Snake?
Fresse dich. Ich hasse ihn. Ich hasse ihn. Er ist so ein beschissenes Arschloch.
Better hurry! It's going to blow! Nice shot!
Ich mag ihn nicht. Den scheiß englischen Akzent. Lol. Jo,
What's wrong,
was?
Snake?
Der Scheiß. Mann.
Better hurry!
Boah,
Going to blow!
was war denn das für ein beschissener Eimer gerade? Ja, fick dich an. Fick dich. Das sieht auch so verbuggt aus. Echt. Das ist nicht verbuggt. Jo, weg mit. Was? Was ist da gerade passiert? Dieser verbuggte Bosskampf. Oh ne, den krieg ich auch wieder rum.
Have at you, Snake!
Ja, okay. Also. Oh, das war ja ein guter Anfang. Wo ist dein Problem, Liquid? Werde ich nicht. Du hast das Ganze verdient. Kenner.
Nice shot!
Ich finde es schade, dass es in dem Spiel noch nicht irgendwie so wirklich explizite Bosslieder gibt. Im 3 zum Beispiel hat jeder halt sein eigenes Boss-Theme, das eigentlich ziemlich cool ist. Aber dieses typische Metal Gear Solid Lied ist natürlich unübertrefflich episch, deswegen geht das so durch. Was mache ich? Ja, oh, das ist Kombos. Fick dich. Fick dich einfach, Liquid. Ich hasse dich.
What's wrong, Snake?
Krüppeliger Lauf. Oh nein, direkt. Yeah! Wow, was ich eigentlich gedacht? Wow, er sieht gut aus, aber ich darf mir keine Hoffnung machen, dann wäre das... Ja, genau. Schon ist der Vorsprung weg. Wow, das war knapp. Das Problem ist, wenn ihr genau darauf achtet, das kann ich leider jetzt nicht machen, sein Leben regeneriert sich ganz langsam und zu shit. Komm! Jetzt! Es gibt nur noch eine Sonderaufnahme, wie ich das erste Mal ihn besiegt habe, weil ich zufällig gerade nicht jemanden geskypt habe. Ich habe ziemlich laut geschrien. Vor Freude.
Meryl?
Snake, is that you? Snake, oh, you're alive! Thank God.
Meryl? Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, it must have been terrible.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl. That's my Kodak.
No shit, Sherlock.
Snake, it's me.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No. It's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But
unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know. Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks? Well, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What about him? Where's Otacon?
He's fighting right now. With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah. And I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
Meryl.
Snake.
Meryl. It started.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks that way. Too bad.
Ja,
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some
ein
clothes.
paar Minuten, okay? Jetzt kann ich überhaupt nicht.
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up. Hurry! Looking good, Snake. Hurry!
Nope. Innovation. Naja. Ich glaube, wir können jetzt... Ne, wir können jetzt niemanden mehr anrufen. Alle sind busy. Bis auf Mailing.
Snake, they've placed the colonel under arrest. I don't know what I should do. This will probably be your last save.
I'm going to miss those proverbs of yours.
Snake.
Mei Ling, I have a favor to ask you. Make a hard copy of all the codec conversation data up to this point. I want some insurance.
Okay, Snake, leave it to me.
Na gut. Bis zum nächsten Mal bei Let's Play Metal Gear Solid. Beim absoluten Finale. Oder beziehungsweise vielleicht welches anderes zusammenschneiden, aber ich muss jetzt zum Schluss machen. Ja, tschüss.
Snake, please. Be safe for me.